The last time we saw Akatsuki no Yona was in 2015, and since then, anime enthusiasts haven't had a chance to revisit the Crimson Dragon God's land. While it's been a decade, many are still clamoring for Yona of the Dawn Season 2 release date. Will it ever get a second season? The anime has always been close to its fans' hearts. Despite that, the series received a dark fate. It's been years since we haven't seen our favorite series. Many believe the chances of its returns were close to zero. However, we have pleasant news that suggests Yona of the Dawn can return with another season. Keep reading to know that. Based on Mizuho Kusanagi's manga series of the same name, the anime is set in the fictional nation of Kouka. The fantasy series follows the journey of Kouka's princess Yona, who was forced to flee from her lavish life after her father's death. With her childhood friend and bodyguard Hawk, Yona planned to form her cult to take back what belonged to her. During this time, she met dragon warriors who helped her achieve her goal. Akatsuki no Yona debuted in 2014 and aired until March 2015. Its 24 episodes left fans on their toes as they delved deeper into Yona's journey. As the anime unfolded, it explored the dragon warrior background and how things turned in Yona's favor. While the series remained one of the most watched anime of that year, its fate remained in limbo. It's been a decade, and Studio Pierrot hasn't yet renewed the anime for another season, Yona of the Dawn Season 2. There's no denying that the series has remained the studio's most popular anime series. Despite that, Studio Pierrot avoided exploring the show for another season. This has left many to believe that perhaps the show has been shelved. However, the series performed incredibly well on a streaming platform. It garnered 8 stars out of 10 on IMDb and MyAnimeList. Meanwhile, on Crunchyroll, the anime gained 4.8 out of 5. Such a high rating hints that the anime should return with another season. But Studio Pierrot hasn't yet commented on Yona of the Dawn Season 2 renewal. In fact, it has been staying mum about the second season. This has led many to believe that maybe the studio house isn't planning to return in another season. If that's the case, things will undoubtedly become problematic for the Yona of the Dawn fans. While the anime only dropped the first season, it returned with 3 OVAs. The first was released on September 18, 2015, the second on August 19, 2016, and the third on December 20, 2016. Yona of the Dawn later also released the Blu-ray disc. However, the sales of the Blu-ray disc were low. That might have affected the chances of Yona of the Dawn Season 2 release date. Since the animation studio always looks for profitability, Blu-ray's poor sales have somewhat affected the return chances of the anime. However, things changed with time. Initially, the poor performance of the OVAs and Blu-ray created problems for the anime, but it was later changed. By February 2022, the manga had 14 million copies in circulation. It was later increased to 15 million copies by June 2024. Such an amazing performance hints at the possible return of Yona of the Dawn Season 2. But again, the decision is in the animation studio's hands. Yona of the Dawn dropped its latest merchandise for fans in April 2023. Studio Pierrot announced the anime's new merchandise in which Yona and her fellow characters can be seen enjoying the cherry blossoms. While the merchandise sales were decent, fans were more concerned about the next season. Many believe it's a way to announce Yona of the Dawn Season 2. While some were optimistic about the second season, others reminded that it had nothing to do with the anime's sophomore run. However, some mocked with light-hearted warnings that there isn't a chance for the series to return with another season. Despite that, the optimistic fans called for the series renewal or a reboot. Well, the show is inching closer to its 10th anniversary. Studio Pierrot is known for renewing the series on its 10th anniversary. If you remember, it picked Bleach 1000 Year Blood War almost after a decade. So there's a chance for the second season as well. As mentioned before, the anime is an adaptation of the manga written and illustrated by Mizuho Kusanagi. It started serializing on August 5, 2009 in Hakusensha's shoujo manga magazine, Hana to Yume. The manga is currently ongoing. It has 257 chapters, which are collected in 44 volumes by June 20th, 2024. Since the manga is ongoing, ample source material is left to explore. The first season of anime has covered till volume 47, which means there's enough material left to be covered in more than one season. However, there's a catch. The first season wasn't true to its source material. Episode 23 concluded at the end of chapter 40 of the manga. However, they skipped the fake dragon scale gag chapter 41 and began exploring chapters 42, 43, and 47. Later, episode 24 skipped the major chapter 48 and explored the opening of chapter 49. This shows that if Yona of the Dawn season 2 returns, it will focus on chapter 50. It remains unclear whether the anime will return with a time jump or might pick the pace from chapter 50. Absolutely yes. The show began with the Crimson Dragon God descended to Earth as a human. He later established his own kingdom, but learned that the land was filled with greedy humans who desired power. Despite everything, the Crimson Dragon King managed to restore prosperity and power in Kouka with the help of 4 dragon gods. However, after his death, the 4 dragon warriors established their 5 separate tribes. In the first season, Yona is forced to escape with her bodyguard to find the 4 dragon warriors. The season focuses on each warrior's story arc and personal growth, except for the last dragon, Zeno. However, his story arc played a crucial part in the 2-part OVA. Despite that, the ending has left the door open for Yona of the Dawn Season 2. It has yet to reveal how Yona convinces the 4 dragon warriors to help her fight back Suwon. Besides this, Yona and Hawk's relationship is yet to blossom. Hawk and Yona have known each other since their childhood. However, they haven't yet expressed their true feelings for each other. So, if Yona of the Dawn Season 2 gets renewed, the chances are high that the anime will focus on their blossoming relationship and how they come closer to each other. The series will also focus on Yona's personal growth and how she learned some fighting techniques from dragon warriors. So far, the studio house hasn't renewed the series for another season. However, considering its high popularity, there's a chance the production house might return with Yona of the Dawn Season 2. Despite its huge popularity, poor merchandise sales have remained the major concern for the studio house in shelving the anime. Many believe the show can return if another studio picks up the series. There's a slim chance that Studio Pierrot will give up the rights of Yona of the Dawn. It's been a decade, and the studio house is known for bringing its popular series even after a long wait. So, if Studio Pierrot wants to return with another season, it might make an announcement sooner or later. As of now, the animation studio is busy working on several projects, such as Bleach, 1000 Year Blood War, Untitled Magical Girl, and Yatagarasu, The Raven Does Not Choose Its Master. So it will unlikely return to produce Yona of the Dawn Season 2. As said earlier, the anime has yet to be announced. Since it's been a decade, it's unlikely to return soon. However, Studio Pierrot has been renewing its old gems. So there's a possibility that the studio house will return with the anime for another season. If the studio house picks the anime for the next season this year, it will take a couple of years to finish its production. Considering this, Yona of the Dawn Season 2 will be released sometime in 2026. Well, it's a tentative date, so fans have to wait for the official announcement. This is all for now. Stay with the Anime Daily for more such updates.